Well, here's third day, Frosty. Packing and re-greasing, or packing and tightening down wheel bearings. This side wasn't too bad, but it was a little bit loose. Cleaning everything up. Isaac's packing a bearing now. Go back in there on the outer inners. We're just going to pack in the best we can without having to knock the seals out. I think it'll be okay for now. Had quite a bit of slop to them, wobbling back and forth. Jack it up, top and bottom wobble. This side was the worst of the two. We've already got it done. Greased everything. Got some slop and stuff, but I think it'll run for a while. It's almost factory. Just packing in some high temp, high tack, just red grease. I didn't have any wheel bearing grease, but we're not running Bonneville, so I think it'll be all right. Got them tightened up. Our tire that we polished on, the tube is still holding there. We got our fuel system. We had a little bit of leak around the shaft on the shut off. Got the bowl cleaned out. Got us a filter on. Not a permanent fuel system, but it's going to run for a while, I think. We got some gas in it right now. No leaks anywhere. Our carburetor's not leaking, so either the float and the needle is working, or we've got an air bubble someplace. We probably got a gallon of gas in the tank. Opened all the way up on the reserve side of the petcock, so we should be getting gas flow. And we're going to back it out or push it out and see if she'll fire. We did clean up underneath here, took off a bunch of connections, cleaned around, checked to see if this cutout is working. It appears to be. We got current going in with the key on, and then we got current with no key on, and then nothing coming out the other side, which is what it should be unless it's charging. The generator kicks on, it should work, it should charge. We're getting about, let's see, 0.05 of a volt, right, Isaac?
What?
0.05 volts at the generator with the key off, no ignition or anything on. So I'm not for sure if we've got a slow draw someplace on that, or if that's just a little residual. It could just be residual in the generator. I don't know. Got acorns falling outside, the wind's blowing. But we're going to get it put all back together, get the wheel back on, and get the nuts set. They were both finger tight. I mean, we took the nuts off, castle nuts with our fingers. This side over here was just almost pulled the cotter pin, broke it, and the nut was just almost you could blow on it and it would loosen up. So very, very sloppy loose there. No grease in them. Just looked like a little bit of dirty diesel fuel or motor oil.
Perfect.
Just almost liquid in there a little bit. So cleaning up inside of the hub and everything. Got the spindle cleaned up and just putting some red high temp grease, which right now I think if we put mayonnaise in there it'd be better than what was in it. So we're going to get it all back together and get it outside and see what happens. Okay, we got our wheels on, bearings packed, greased everywhere, got some gas in the carburetor, I hope. I think we've got enough gas in the tank.
There goes nothing.
Might give it a little gas, a little throttle.
A little choke.
A little more throttle. I'd give it a little bit, make it, just see what it does.
There she goes.
Choke it. If you need to choke it, just pull the choke once or twice. Don't just keep cranking and cranking and cranking. Just see what it's going to do. But be ready to turn the choke off. There you go.
Like a top.
There you go. Keep it running. May have to choke it a little bit. It's a choke. It's a cold thing. Not your gas. It's a choke thing. Easy. Just gotta push down say that's a pretty smooth start. A little cold nature, but hey. Oil pressure?
Good.
Where's it at?
25.
Okay. I'd say cleaning all the contacts made it start a little easier. Carburetor still out of whack. We really had to work on it to get it to idle good, but that's about as good as it's idling right now. We're having a little fuel issue with the fuel level. I'll give it a little gas, loading up. See what it does.
The governor's working.